You want to know how we generated $305,869.92 in the middle of a pandemic? Well, check out it's episode 80, my friend. What's going on? This is Christopher Harold, your host with the most, the founder of God's Masterpiece Academy. And I'm really excited to be before you today, my friend, to share with you episode 80 of the Kingdom Marketing Secrets podcast. Hey, it's a brand new year, so I got a brand new episode as well, my friend. So after we hear that banging theme song, Kingdom Marketing Secrets, I'm going to share with you how we generated over $305,000 in the middle of a pandemic. So let's tune up the song right now, and then I'm going to check you out after that song.
It's about that time, and then it's going down, and we ain't letting nothing stop us, ain't no slowing down. Nah, it's Kingdom Marketing Secrets, and every single week you got
I think it's finally time. I think it's time to flow. I think it's time to start this podcast so they can know the right tips and strategies that bring success. It calls heaven on earth and now a business. But this is all true because he changed the game and brought the kingdom to every soul representing his name. Now position yourself in him to be blessed and bring heaven on earth in your business. It's about that time and now it's slowing down, and we ain't letting nothing stop us, ain't no slowing down. Nah, it's Kingdom Marketing Secrets, and every single week you gotta be this. It's about that time, and now it's going down, and we ain't letting nothing stop us, ain't no slowing down. Nah, it's Kingdom Marketing Secrets, and every single week you gotta be this.
Welcome to Kingdom Marketing Secrets, where you'll hear the best tips, tactics, and takeaways, and any other cool words starting with T, so you can advance your business online the Kingdom way. Welcome your host, Christopher Harold.
All right, my friend, welcome back. So episode 80, my friend, this is crazy when I think about this, because literally I was looking at my phone and I was looking at a previous episode I did for you guys, episode 28. And this episode came out on March 16th, 2020. And this episode was called How to Profit During a Pandemic. How to Profit During a Pandemic. And the episode after that, on March 19th, was called The Mindset Needed to Thrive in a Crisis. Now, what's so crazy about this? Because in this episode, I'm going to share with you how we generated over $305,869.92 in the middle of a pandemic. As you know, with these dates here, I just shared with you, we were in the middle of what? A pandemic. And what's so even crazier about this is that at this time, in March of 2020, I lost all my clients. Check this out. I lost all my clients. Yet, I shared 2 episodes, one how to profit during a pandemic. And at this time, I'll never forget, the last client contacted me and they were afraid and they shut down and they said, I can't pay you anymore. And I had zero business, zero income coming in. And I had nothing else but I could do but trust in the Lord. That's all I had. That's all I could do was trust in the Lord. And I look at them and I'm like, wow. And so God gave me a brand new business that started in that April. And that business went on to generate over $305,000 in the middle of a pandemic. Right? How is that possible? Well, when I look back on here, it's like I was speaking things into existence into you guys, but also into myself. Because in that March, I had nothing. I wasn't profiting in that pandemic, right? But I had the mindset needed to succeed in the midst of a crisis. See, one thing I've learned is that every crisis presents an opportunity. And when I drop these episodes, I'm not trying to call myself a prophet, nothing like that, right? But obviously, something was spoken into existence. God had gave me a vision, now not necessarily monetarily, right? But something had happened to allow me to understand how to profit in the midst of a pandemic. Because as I said, I lost everything. I lost all my clients, and that business that I had died off. But God had something else. See, God always has the last say in everything that you do. He always has the last say, right? I mean, see, one thing this pandemic should have taught many of you, and then one they taught me, is how to pivot. See, since every crisis presents an opportunity, you have to have the eyeballs on to be able to see those opportunities. See, most folks miss it because they not have trained themselves to see those opportunities when they come. Right? I'm going to talk about that more in a minute. But before I do, check out this quick commercial break.
The Money Marketing Masterclass by Chris Harold.
The Money and Marketing Masterclass.
Chris Harold and his Money Marketing Masterclass.
Money and Marketing Masterclass.
Chris and his Money and Marketing Masterclass.
I'm Chris, and to the Money and Marketing Masterclass.
I thoroughly enjoyed the Money Marketing Masterclass.
Money and Marketing Masterclass, and let me tell you, it was absolutely amazing.
Is it God's will for you to prosper? A better question might be, is it God's will for you not to? I'm Christopher Harrell with God's Masterpiece Academy and the Kingdom Marketing Secrets podcast. And over the last several months, I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs just like you discover the kingdom assignment and begin to prosper in their businesses. In fact, even just a few short months ago, I lost all my clients when the pandemic hit and I was barely making it, to recently earning over $127,000 in the last 59 days and earning over $306,000 since the pandemic hit. By applying and following the steps I'm going to share with you in the 7-day Money and Marketing Masterclass, which has been dubbed the #1 Masterclass Challenge today for Christ-centered entrepreneurs. So if you're seriously ready to scale your business by leveraging kingdom principles and want to attract more clients online in a fast and predictable way, go and register for our upcoming class starting in the next couple of days by going to moneyandmarketingmasterclass.com. Again, the site is moneyandmarketingmasterclass.com. This will truly transform your life and business. So go and get your spot ASAP while you can by going to moneyandmarketingmasterclass.com. I'm going to see you in the class. Awesome. Welcome back now. So get this in your soul. Get this in your spirit. I recognize an opportunity in the midst of a crisis. And instead of crying, woe is me, when I lost everything in March of 2020, I really sought the Lord. In April, the Lord gave me a new assignment, gave me a new audience, gave me a different offer, right? And by being focused on one thing, see, being focused on one thing and not trying to sell everything under the sun. Check out what I'm saying. And being focused on my kingdom assignment, not looking to the left or to the right, but being focused on what God was calling me to do. In the midst of a pandemic, right? We were able, I would say we, because me and God, would generate over $305,000. Now, this is how crazy this is. The previous year, there was no pandemic. And the business only generated $39,000. But the business went from $39,000 with no pandemic to over $305,000 in the midst of a pandemic. See, only God can make something out of nothing, right? See, when you fully entrust yourself to the assignment he's giving you and to his direction, to his care, and when he tells you, I want you to serve this group of people, and it may not make sense because it didn't make sense to me. Financially and business-wise, it did not make sense to me because why? I was not charging as much as I used to charge another group of people. I was charging probably about 90% less. Literally. But when I look back on this, on episode 28 and 29, I was already being prepared for what was about to manifest itself. So what does that mean? That means that you have to know your kingdom assignment. It's very important that you know and discover your assignment and that you remain obedient to it. So the biggest mistake people make is trying to sell everything under the sun. I used to make that mistake. But I said, no, I'm going to be obedient, Lord, and focused on what you have me to do and who you have me to serve, and put all my energy and ability and time and talent and treasure in doing that, and over delivering and pouring into them. And pouring into to the audience, Father God, you're telling me to serve. And it's crazy when you think about it, because of what the pandemic has done to so many businesses, to so many entrepreneurs. And God did the total opposite here. He did the total opposite here. So I'm sharing this not to brag or boast. Not to brag or boast, right? But for you to really examine yourself and see if you are actually where you're supposed to be. Right? I mean, if you don't know, I highly recommend you go register for the Money and Marketing Masterclass at moneyandmarketingmasterclass.com, because inside that class, I will help you begin to discover your kingdom assignment, because you don't want to be somewhere you shouldn't be, because you won't flourish that way. How can you flourish in the midst of a pandemic? It's because you're right where you're supposed to be. While other people are floundering, going out of business, God had my business flourishing because I was right where I was supposed to be. And so I want to share that with you guys to encourage you, to motivate you. And if you found this episode valuable, definitely let me know what you find valuable about this. Take a snapshot of this, post it on your social media, tag me on the post, either Instagram at Christopher_Harrell, on the Kingdom Marketing Secrets Facebook page, or my personal Facebook page at Chris S. Harrell, and tell me what you find valuable about this episode, and tell me what you're going to do. If you need some help, I'm telling you, get in the Money and Marketing Masterclass. It would truly transform your life and business today. All right. So, but I just want to share this with you guys, and definitely listen to those other episodes as well. And you will see, like, wow, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Hey, I had no idea in March of 2020 what would happen. Had no idea. But only God. So hopefully you found this valuable, my friend. Leave me a review, subscribe to this podcast, and share it with others as well. And don't forget, my friend, put God first in all that you do, and you too shall succeed. Peace and God bless.
Thanks for listening to Kingdom Marketing Secrets. For more powerful resources to grow your business the Kingdom way, go to kingdommarketingsecrets.com. If this podcast has impacted you, we ask you to subscribe, post a review, and share it with a friend.